Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. Today I'm going to be doing two looks, one palette with the Jackie Aina ABH palette. I'm going to do a Valentine's Day date night inspired looks, something that I would wear and something that hopefully you would wear. So yeah, let's jump right on in. So the first thing that I start with whenever I'm doing my makeup is my eyebrows. That's just become my favorite way to do my makeup, and I'm actually going to use some Dove soap and do some soap brows. So I just dip my spoolie in water and then rub it on the soap. This is just my favorite way to do brows. I find that it makes my brows look super fluffy, almost like Brooke Shields. She has the most beautiful eyebrows. And yes, they do look white, but by the time I put like the brow gel and set my eyebrows, they don't look gray white anymore. This just helps them stick and stay in place. You can also watch other people do it. I think they're beautiful. So just YouTube it, soap brows or soap brow tutorial. They don't use Dove soap more than likely. That's just what I like to use because I had to get some soap anyways for my nose ring to clean it. So it was cheaper to buy 2 bars of soap than 1. So I just did that. See what I mean? They look white, but give it time. I promise they won't. So I'm going to do 2 looks today, like I said. I think the first one I'm going to do is a green smoky eye. That's really pretty. It's normally my go-to with this palette with some gold. And then the other one, I'm not sure. I will probably use some pinks and purples since it is Valentine's Day. All right, so I'm going to let that dry for a second, but I'm going to go ahead and open up my Morphe Dip Brow Gel, whatever you want to call it. I use the color Java. This has become my favorite brow product at the moment. I notice that my eyebrows stay in place all day. They don't budge. And your girl sweats a lot, so they don't move, like I said. And it's super pigmented. So for my brows, I like to start at the beginning of my brow and just lightly do some strokes to the end of my brow. Like that. And just kind of give myself a tail. It used to be a thing to pluck your eyebrows super thin. I don't know who started that, but whoever did, I dislike you because I followed the trend and now my eyebrows are uneven. And now I'm going to go on the top and just kind of follow the shape of my brow. But like I said, I like mine thick. I'm going to dip into that brow gel again just because the soap kind of makes it look lighter than what it is. I'm going to do some hair strokes following my brow. And I actually did that a little bit thicker than I wanted to. So, I'm just going to wipe it off. There we go. Now it's not as bad. And then do some hair strokes upwards and then very light pressure at the front because I like my brow to be faded in and I don't like it to be so harsh up front. See, like that. Now I'm going to do the other one really fast. And I just wanted to come back and show you before I finish my brows completely how I like to finish them off before I start my eye look. I normally never set my eyebrows before I do my face, just in case I get foundation or anything in there. I don't want to keep clumping up products. But I just take a spoolie that I can throw away and wiggle it at the front of my brow to blend it in. Because like I said, I don't like my brow to be super harsh up at the front. I like it to be blended in. And I feel like if I take off too much product, I will go back in with that spare product that's on my brush and just swipe it through. Okay, so those are how I like it. Now I'm going to close my brow gel so it doesn't dry out, because I'm prone to forgetting to do that. Okay, so I'm going to take my P. Louise eye base. I did a first impressions on this. That was technically my second video, so yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and just use it in this as well. So in my next video, you will see my thoughts on this. I don't want to spoil anything, but I love it. You don't need a whole lot because it is super thick and pigmented. But I like to tap it in with, I use a little concealer brush. And just carve out right up underneath my eyebrows. Okay, you can see how pigmented it is. I think it's pretty full coverage compared to most. It covers up my veins very well, which I love because my veins show through a whole lot. So now I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. I am going to go in with these two colors first. It's Edges and Ginger. And I'm going to lightly tap in there. It's super pigmented. This is my favorite palette at the moment. I'm in love. She did a great job. Just going to go through my crease with this. You can see how pigmented it is. I barely dipped in. See? And this is just a fluffy Luxie brush. So I just go in circular motions throughout my crease and blend upwards, because I don't want it to look like a stark line. Okay. And I normally go high up because, as you can tell, I have hooded eyelids, but I normally raise my eyes to show off my look. That's just a trick, but like to go up some. And next I'm going to take this brown color on the same brush, and this is Credit. I'm going to do a halo eye. So I'm going to go on the outer corner and just pat that color on and pack it in. And I'm going to try my best to leave the center bare. That way I don't have to pack on more base. And you want to start with less on your brush because you can always add color, but you can't take it away unless you want to start your whole entire look over. So that's just my philosophy. I'm going to take another fluffy brush, but that's smaller. This is a Morphe M456, and take Credit again and go on the inside. My inner corner, that's what I meant, not the inside. Just packing it on and trying to blend as I go a little bit. So this is what it looks like so far. Just trust what you're doing. Always trust the process. Half the time I feel like my looks don't look good until I'm all the way done with my face. Just because I guess I couldn't imagine going out of the house with just eyes like this, but some people look really good like that. I don't. All right. Now I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush and dip into those crease colors. I'm actually just gonna dip into ginger and buff out this part because I feel like I brought it up way too high. Which is okay. That's why I said less is more on your brush, because you can always build it up, but you can't take it away. Gonna do the same thing on the end. Okay, gonna go back in with Credit. All right, and now we are ready to do the halo eye. So I just get a flat packing brush for this. This is the Morphe M124. And let's see, what color am I going to go in with? I'm going to go in with Dwala's. It's this pretty gold. Dwala's. I love Jackie Aina. If you don't watch her, please go subscribe to her channel. You will love her. She's so funny in the way that she edits her videos. I aspire to be able to do that one day. Okay, so I'm just going to tap this gold. It's like a gold green in the middle. And I'm meeting it where I did Credit. I'm just gonna go up a little bit more. Okay. And it looks like a harsh line right now, but wait for it. We're gonna go back in with that brush and just go over the edges to blend it in. Like that. And my favorite way to do this eye look is by using my ColourPop Frozen 2 palette. I know I said one palette, but if you want glitter, I love this glitter. And I just like to tap that on right over top of Dwala's. It's gonna look good either way, with glitter or without. I really don't think you can go wrong with that palette or with this look. And then I'm gonna go in with Trust Issues right here, And I'm actually going to pat this over top of the glitter as well with my finger. Okay, and here it is up close. Looks better with lashes and everything on. So I'm just going to speed through doing my other eye. And then we will put on lashes and do the rest of our face. Okay, so now I'm back with this eye done, and now I'm going to finish up my eyes. I'm going to go back in with Trust Issues on a flat packing brush and go right up underneath my eyebrow on my brow bone and just put a little bit of sparkle. Okay. All right, and then I'm also going to put that on my inner corner. I'll probably go back over this whenever I do my foundation and stuff, because sometimes it comes off during that process. Trust Issues is just a beautiful color. One of my favorites. All right. So I think I'm going to wait to do my lashes. I'm going to go ahead and jump into face. I'm going to start off with this e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm. It feels so good. I love wearing it in the summer because it just cools you off. But I'm really dry in the winter, so I really like wearing it in the winter too. I'm just going to take this Lexi face brush and dab that in. I'm sorry if you can hear the planes flying above the house or if you can hear the wind. The wind is really bad today. I don't know why. It just is. And now I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Jelly Pop. It's a dewy primer. And I love it. It's inexpensive and it smells delicious. I'm just going to rub it in. I only put it right here because I feel like this is where my pores are the worst. Upper lip and then my nose. I have to put primer on my nose or else my foundation slides right off. And then on top of that, I'm going to use Catrice Prime and Fine. This is also inexpensive. I get this on the drugstore side of Ulta. That's what it looks like. It's like a putty. I'm just going to put that right on top of where I put that e.l.f. Dewy Primer. And this will just fill in my pores as well. I've got huge pores. I hate it. All right. And then I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star Liquid Frost. This is in Frozen Peach. This is just a step that I like to do to brighten my face up. All right. Now I'm going to go in with foundation. My favorite combination lately has been the Lancome Skin Feels Good and Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse. I'm just going to apply this directly to my face. And then I'm gonna go in with this one. I know it looks like a lot of foundation, but the girl has a lot to cover. Got a big face, so it just happens. All right, and then I'm going to take this flat top kabuki brush by Morphe. This is the Morphe S94. And tap it in. know it looks crazy right now, but I promise it'll look good. Now I'm going to go in with my concealer, if I can find it. My ColourPop No Filter Concealer. It's my favorite. It is also inexpensive. You can do makeup on a budget, I promise. Everything doesn't have to be expensive for it to look good. And this is also e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And I am going to take my Morphe sponge and press this in. And I don't like to take my concealer way far up because it widens my face, and I've already got a wide face, so I don't want to make it 10 times bigger. So I kind of just like to end at the end of my eyebrow. Just going to take that on my nose as well. Any residual that I've got. And now I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Cream Contour and Concealer Palette. I am going to take a foundation brush and dip into this middle shade right here. And just carve out my cheeks. I love doing this for my weddings, my brides. It lasts all day up underneath their makeup. I like doing this instead of powder contouring because I feel like whenever I contour with powder, it just looks super muddy and I just don't like it. But that's just on me. Alright. Now I'm going to take this Morphe, doesn't have a number, but it's a dual fiber. Blend it in. I don't pull down. I like to blend up to make my cheekbones look higher. And I like to put contour on my forehead because I've got a tall forehead, a really big forehead. And I feel like it makes it look a little bit smaller, and it also bronzes it up, which I like because I don't want my forehead to be super pale. So I'm just going to let that settle into my face a little bit, and I am going to, there it is, spray with my Morphe setting spray just to help settle it in. All right, and now I'm going to use that same brush that we used to pack on Credit, and I'm going to go up underneath my eyes with the residual powder. Residual eyeshadow is what I mean. I just want it to look soft and smoky up underneath my lash line. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes. I'm going to use these Ardell Faux Mink lashes. They're some of my favorite. Look how pretty. They are inexpensive as well. I use this Kiss Strip lash adhesive. It has aloe vera in it. It doesn't make my eyes water. Most glues make my eyes water so bad, but this one is my favorite. Okay. Just go right on the lash band. And I like to wiggle it to dry it. And then I get my lash tweezers and grab it. And then I have to use my mirror for this because I got to get up close. But with falsies, I like to set the lash down in the middle and then connect it at the ends. And then at the front. And I'm still not that good at lashes. It takes me a few tries to get them on right. So if you struggle with lashes, don't feel like you're alone. I do too. I'm sure everybody does at some point. They're not always going to turn out the best, but that's the best thing about makeup. It comes off and you can put it back on. There's no rules in makeup. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. Okay, and I'm just going to do the same thing with my other lash, other eye. Making sure that I was still recording. I just had a moment of fear where I didn't think that I was. Y'all let me know, what's your favorite makeup look that you've ever done? Post pictures. Do you like dewy face, matte face? My favorite, especially during the winter, is dewy because I'm dry as heck and I don't want to look even more dry than what I am. Can you just see the difference whenever you wear lashes? This eye just pops more and this one just looks meh. So that's why I've gotten into lashes. I just feel like they complete my look a whole lot more and I just love them. There we go. All right, we are in business. Okay. I'm going to let these dry and I'm going to start finishing the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Rosewood bronzer. Going in with my Morphe M527. It's a fluffy brush. I just like to bronze up my cheeks and my forehead. I know this is kind of an expensive bronzer, but this one is my favorite. It doesn't make me look orange, but another really good one that's inexpensive is Physicians Formula. That's one of my other favorite ones, and it smells delicious. Just gonna go on the side of my nose really fast. Okay. My next favorite part is blush. I'm gonna go in with this MAC blush. It is super old. Oh, it's in Lovejoy. I thought the name was rubbed off, but it's like a maroon gold shift. You don't need a lot with this one. See, just really blend it in. I like to put it on the apples of my cheeks and then drag up to my temple. Looks like a lot of blush because it is. I love blush. I will never apologize for it. All right, now my favorite part is highlight, and I'm just going to use my IT Cosmetics brush, and I am going to use my Jeffree Star Cosmetics, not that one, Peach Goddess. Let's so pretty. I like to put my highlight on my, I don't have super great cheeks, so on the top of my cheek is what I like to say, on my nose, and then on my forehead. And now I'm going to use my Benefit mascara, Bad Gal Bang, and I'm just going to run that on my lashes, just my real lashes. I don't do it on my falsies, and my bottom lashes. And I'm just going to put a little bit more inner corner highlight on. Okay, and now I like to squeeze my real lashes and my falsies together so you can't tell that there's a big gap. Ugh. Because you don't want that. And then I think I'm gonna go in, yes, with this Tarteist lip paint. This is in the color Festival. Whenever I wear liquid lips, I normally don't use liner. I use the lip as the liner. And I like to overline my lips a little bit. This is just a really pretty pinky nude. And it's one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm just going to finish it off with some more setting spray and then we're done. This is one of my favorite looks to do whenever Justin and I go out on a date. And then stay tuned. I will be back for the second look using the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I'm just going to take all of this off and I will be right back.